Okay everybody, welcome back. Here's a follow-up video, or another video. Sorry for the unsteady cam again. I'm still working out some sort of tripod arrangement. Anyway, you recognize these two radios. They appeared in my last video. The Panopet on the left was a radio I had when I was roughly an adolescent, early teen. The Stagecoach radio was one that I had when I was really young. I was about the farthest back I can remember is being about 9 to 10 years old when I had that radio. Well, in my description on the other video, I mentioned another radio that I would have loved to find. It's one that my cousin actually had. It was a really cool radio. It was made of clear or transparent blue plastic. You could see the inner workings. I say that with quotation mark fingers, you know, like Dr. Evil, inner workings, because according to the box, this radio doesn't really, those parts that you see visible are not actual functional parts, they're just parts for decoration. Anyway, I'm going to pull the box down first. Whoops, it came down in two pieces here. And it was out of camera range, so luckily I can surprise you. Actually, you know what, let's do this the right way. I'm going to put the radio inside the box. There we go. Okay, the radio is known as the GE, let's bring that back where it'll be in the light, the Blue Max. There's a picture of the speaker on the top. It is known as a model P2760 see-through design. Reveals unique display of electronic components, visible components or non-functioning, as I mentioned. Made by General Electric. This is roughly in the 1960s, late 60s. Top firing dynamic speaker. The inside lights up. Operates on battery or AC with optional converter. 9-volt battery and earphone included. Well, this is an older radio. It was used. Got it off of eBay for $65 total, including shipping. The seller accepted my offer. The radio was $65 plus shipping originally, so I went ahead and said, will you take $65 with shipping? And they said yes. So anyway, it's AM only, as is typical of that era. Again, this is late 60s. And I'm going to reveal the radio right now. Whoops, complete with paper that I did not notice before. Inside. I wonder if there's anything on the paper. No, it's just blank. Looks like they just used it to help protect the radio. Okay, let's get all that out of the way. All right, let's pull the radio up. Now, ordinarily, I'm going to check underneath here. Okay. I pulled the box apart. Sorry for my big hairy. Anyway, ordinarily, in that little square cavity right there would be the earphone and the battery that came with the radio. Now, there are, as of at least 2 days ago, 2 of these radios still available on eBay. What's the finger in the picture? One of them is brand new, old stock. The box looks to be almost pristine. The radio itself is untouched, has never been fired up. The battery, the original GE battery is in there, and so is the earphone. And the cat's going to pop in and make a visit. No turbo, you can't interrupt the video. Anyway, so here's the radio itself. As you can see, this is going to be kind of difficult to do. Let's see if I can do a close-up here and get it to focus. Okay, if I hold steady. There is the dial. The top part of the knurled knob above the black line is the tuning dial. And the cool part is that they wrapped the scale around both sides of the radio. And there is an indicator. Where is the arrow at? I don't remember where the arrow is on this thing. I think it moves. Oh, the scale moves. It's the arrow is fixed. Anyway, so they wrap the scale around the radio on both sides. So no matter which side of the radio you're on, you'll still be able to tune it in. There's the push button for the interior light, which, let's see if I can... Oh, the radio has to be on. Let's turn it on, but leave it. There you go. And there's the light inside. Now you can kind of see the components. You got some resistors there. There's an IF can, a couple IF cans, more resistors. I'm going to do a different backlight here in just a second. On the top here, it's kind of hard to see. Oh, there they go. You can kind of see them. There's inductors. There you go. You can see the inductors. There's some plate things, which I think were supposed to be transistors. And then you do have the little transistors, the little germanium transistors right there at the bottom. There you go. Focus, focus, focus. There you go. Anyway, so as you can hear, the radio is just on at a random point on the dial. Actually, where it's at right now, late at night, it's not late at night here yet. It's only about 6 p.m. I can get a pretty good DX station here. This is going to be really awkward. I got to figure a way to prop this camera up. See if I can do this with the box. There we go. Okay, not the best of situations, but at least it lets me get a hand on the radio. So anyway, so the volume, on-off volume is this bottom ring. There we go, it's full volume. Okay. And as I said, the tuning is this dial right here. See if I can get that to focus. I'm just going to start at the very top. Probably make it so the light doesn't make so much hash in the radio there. Those of you who have seen some of my videos, this right there, I believe that is 1450. I was picking up the noise from the phone. But that signal right there is 1450 trying to come in. There we got something. I think that is 1390. The dial scale on this is a little bit off.
Hello.
This is our local country station. I believe. That's at 1290. They're on their daytime signal, so it's pounding in right now. Yep, that was 1290. There's 1260. There we go. Signal obviously has a ferrite rod antenna. It's very directional.
Well, let me ask you. I'm talking to Richard Brookhiser about who's now coming up on his
I don't know what station this is.
year at National Review, and he is
1210 or 1220. .930 oldies. Buried in that whistle, I think it's in there. Maybe not. Somewhere around this station, 800 AM, there is a station that comes in the evening and the nighttime fairly well. And the cat is going to interrupt yet again. There's the sister station at 1260. This is 690 AM. They play the same program. One station's north of me, one station's south of me. Okay, that's hash noise from the light. Right around that station, 650, 660, we have a couple of semi-local stations that come in.
Since he didn't want us to do
there you go, change the light intensity.
You know, we decided to go.
That is 590 talk radio. As you see, there's a lot of electrical noise tonight. Go back to 590 talk radio for a minute.
Yeah, they were still part of the whole show.
Give a shout out to YouTube user Matthew David, another audiophile who likes audio equipment. And he mentioned he likes talk radio, so thought I'd give him a special shout out. Anyway, and you can also see now, I don't know if you see with the lighting, I'm going to try to see if you can, there There, how's that? Okay, now you can see the earphone jack. And if I spin the radio around, there's the logo, and there is the DC input jack for an external 9-volt source. Now, I don't know how well that's registering on the camera. It's looking right there inside. Move this light sideways here. You can kind of see the components a little better now. Of course, the light is generating all kinds of RF noise. There's the IF cans again. Just some plain old... These are old-style carbon resistors, and the transistors that you see here, right there, right below my thumb, those are germanium transistors. Those are from the old days. Yeah, until trying to figure out what the plate things are supposed to be for, I don't know. Maybe they're supposed to just be kind of cool and futuristic looking. Anyway, that's the radio. You can find these online. I don't turn the light on for you again, which is really kind of cool. Go ahead and turn the radio off now. So anyway, so that is the GE BlueMax radio. You can find, like I say, as of today's filming, I'm pretty sure that both radios are still there. There's another radio, another used radio for $80 with shipping. And there is the one I mentioned that is brand new in box, new old stock. They're asking $129 plus shipping for it. I'll admit I was tempted to get the new old stock radio, but there were the one reservation I had is that's still a lot of money to pay for a portable radio, no matter how collectible it may be, in my opinion. I mean, there's others who are going to feel differently. These radios are rare enough that if you can afford it, snap it up while you can, because these don't pop up very often online or anywhere else. It took me a while even to find it, because I had originally thought that it was a Panasonic that my cousin had. But when I did the searches, nothing came up for Panasonic. But when I did blue, I thought the thing looks like a blue police light. As a matter of fact, that's how they marketed them. And I did a search for a blue police light radio, and this is what came up. And this is the only radio of its type that I'm aware of. My memory of it as a kid, I don't remember the dial setup that was here. I could have sworn, and there may have been a different design of this too. There may have been a slightly different model where they did it differently, where it wasn't the chrome rings all the way around, where it was an on-off volume control thumb wheel down here and a tuning thumb wheel up here. That's entirely possible. That might be the radio that I remembered, but since this was the only one that came up in this product line or in this style, I'm pretty sure this is the one. It's just my memory as a young kid, because I was about probably 11. No, that would be about the same time as Stagecoach Radio, about 10 or 11 years old, because I was living in Ohio. We went to visit my cousin in New Jersey, and the most other memorable thing about that radio, about this particular radio, is my cousin, my sisters, and myself were all staying in a camper home outside in the driveway, and a thunderstorm had rolled in. So my cousin turned on this radio, trying to pick up a weather report just to make sure there was nothing severe heading our way. And of course, you know, nighttime. This radio really comes alive at night after dark. It's I would say it's not very selective, but it's super sensitive, because it'll pick up just about anything, and it picks up a lot after dark. Well, this situation was the same thing. It was after dark. The thunderstorm was going, so you had a million stations trying to come in at once, lightning static like crazy, and that's what I remembered about this radio. And then I remember him turning the light on the side so he could actually see the tuning and trying to find one of the local stations for a weather report. The outcome of that weather report, when we did finally find it, was that yes, there was a severe thunderstorm warning, but thankfully no tornadoes heading that way. Anyway, all right, well, that's it for this video. So the GE, known as the BlueMax P2760. Set that right on top of there. If you can find one while they're still available, grab it. It's a good little radio, operates off a single 9-volt battery, and they're pretty rare. So grab it if you can. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave comments, likes, and subscribe, of course, for if you're not a subscriber. If you like this kind of content, let me know. If there's other content you want to see, also let me know. All right, that's it for this video. Have a good one.